How's it going, guys? Rogues Tay here, bringing you another video, and today we're looking at a proper spicy list. It's one I came up with on my lunch break the other day, and when I started testing it, it's tasty. It is tasty. So let's go have a look at it. So we are playing Archaludon EX. Archaludon EX, its ability, Assemble Alloy. Allows you to go grab 2 basic metal energy from your discard and attach it to your metal Pokemon any way you like. And funny enough, Archaludon attacks for 3 metal energy, so it's basically a free charge up. And it does 220 damage, and during the next turn it turns off its weakness, so it sort of like leans into its dragon aspect. So yeah, we can sort of ignore those pesky fire decks. It has 300 HP, so he's a nice tanky boy going into the format where sort of being able to hit good numbers really helps. So from there we are pairing this bad boy with Brute Bonnet with its toxic powder ability. If this has an ancient booster capsule attached to it, we can poison both actives. Now, you say poisoning us would, hurt us in the long run, but since we are playing Binding Mochi, where if the Pokemon this is attached to is poisoned, it does 40 more damage. That is kind of crazy, so we can hit 260, 270 with the poison. Now we can boost that even a bit further to get to that lovely 280 number, what a lot of Pokemon are sitting at, by having the Stadium card, Perilous Jungle, in play. So during checkup, it puts 2 more damage counters on. So that translates to 3 damage counters, plus the 260, so hitting 290. And that means we're knocking out a lot of stuff while ignoring Fez, what is absolutely busted. Also in this list, we do have a chance of a turn 1 donk, because we are running the Petron EX. Petron. So, as long as Petron's in the active, we put 5 more damage counters on. So that's 6, plus the 2 from, that's 80. So we are putting 80 damage counters out through poison with Petron. Now if Radiant Sneasler was still in format, we could get up to like 110. But we'll just chill on the cheeky 80 donk potential. And since this is going to be like a slower format with a lot smaller Pokemon in the active, this combo can really catch people out on surprise, especially in like best of 1 tournaments. Even the best of 3, it gives you like game 1 win before they know what you're playing, so it gives you an opportunity sort of to do some things. And we're running the Ditto in this as well, from 151, just because if we're going first, we start in the active, it's just such a free, basically it turns all our basic Pokemon into like the 1 extra, so we can find whatever we need. So if we need a Latias, if we need a Petron, if we need a Duraludon, we can go hunting it down. So the rest of the list, we are running Carmines because we kind of want to be able to pull off that turn 1 donk. 4 research, 2 boss, 2 Turo. A lot of 4s in this list just because we want consistency. So 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball. We just really want to find everything we got, and we're running 7 Still Energy in this. Once again, if you did want to add something more, you could, but at the moment I think this layout here is pretty perfect, especially since we've got this secret box in our list, so we can discard 3 cards, find all 4 we need, what also turns into a way of discarding energy early game to be able to set up our Duraludons and Archaludons. So yeah, this is a list, once again, completely rotation proof, as all my lists are currently. But yeah, let's hop into a game and see how it goes. Before the game, why not hit the subscribe button? It'll definitely bless your top decks. Thanks. Back to the video. Okay, so we are going first with our Duraludon. They start Monkey Dory, so in this situation I didn't know if it was just like a Guardy deck or something. So we just try and get as set up as well as we can. We've got the Ultra Ball in hand. We're not doing too bad. Maybe I should have played it just in case of the Badoo, just to guarantee us get set up, but I also thought maybe keeping a single prize in the active won't be too bad. So it looks like we're playing against a Hydreigon deck. So Hydreigon is mill and bench snipe. sneak preview of a video I've got coming out very soon. So they get the rescue board on, they get the Badoo. Badoo will attack for 0 damage because of itchy pollen being grass and we're resistant. But we hit the Carmine, so we just sort of aim to try and get as much going as we can. Thought we'd restart and see if we can find the Archaludon. We couldn't. Archaludon, we couldn't. So we just swing for the first attack on Archaludon for the knockout on the Badoo and leave 2 Archaludons on the bench ready to do what we need to do. And then we can find our researcher. We've got a research in hand, so we should be able to find the big boy here. And if not, we will definitely have Ultra Ball this turn. So they Red Candy into Pidgeot. So they now do have Quick Search on them available, but I'm also sitting there thinking, well, that's fine as long as we find the boy Brute Bonnet, we can attach the booster capsule to it, get the poison going, we can sort of hit that 280 number quite comfortably. But the big Hydreigon is kind of scary, so we have to play around that quite a bit. But this situation, I do have a strong feeling they're not going to be able to hit the nuts. I do not know what A-Spec they're running, because if it was a Terra Crystal, we might be in a bit of trouble here. But it's not, unless they prized it, I do not know. So from here, I know there's not much left in their hand. They put the EXP share just in case we somehow pull a knockout. I don't know why they did this. That's fine. So we Ultra Ball, get rid of these 2. Go find ourselves the Archaludon because we want to get our boy out and evolved. Then we play Research because I do want to use Mew and draw into something what I needed. So I sort of was playing around that quite carefully. We played a Power Pad here because we haven't really burned too many resources. I only want to get 1 energy here because we want to keep an energy in deck in case we get Iron out. And our hand is looking quite strong. The reason I didn't poison for the extra damage is because I didn't need it, and they'll just put 10 damage counters onto our Archaludon. 20 when it comes back into us, and then we're running risk of being sort of like weaker when it comes to it, so we didn't need it there. But with this hand, if they leave the Pidgeot in the active, we do have quite a strong counteract, so we can boss Stadium if we find the boss. But I'm running on the assumption they don't knock us out here. We get reset stamped. That's fine. We get reset stamped into Research and Boss, so we're pretty much chilling. The 2 prize cards ahead. I can't see how they can knock us out here. So we are sort of running on the idea of we can boss here into the Petron. What might be the play? Sort of depends on the sport state. I think definitely boss into the Petron is the play. But I played an Ultra Ball to go grab, I believe it was a Pheasantipity here, so that became my new target. So looking at my hand, looking at the board state, I definitely wanted to knock out the Fez this turn and try to stop the draw as much as I can. Discarding the Stadium was a pain, but here we've got 7 cards to look at. We've still got Secret Box in deck, we've still got Carmine, but we didn't decide to play it. So we boss up the Fez, Mew for 2 more. That was a great addition because now it just gives us the opportunity to set up another Archaludon and save us from the terrible bench type that will be coming off the Hydreigon. We're down to the last 2 prizes. We've got Fez, we've got Mew. We should be able to find boss here no matter what. On how we go for our deck, we should be fine. But we get hit by Iono, what puts us into boss research again. So we would have found off the Fez. So that doesn't bother me too much. If they maybe went a different route, that's fine. So yeah, now we're just looking basically, cool, we got boss onto the Petron for game. They kind of captured the move, what was a very wise decision because now they can take 4 prizes here instead of just 2 and spread some damage. So they made it seem a lot closer than it actually was. They evolve up the bench to stage 1, and now here we go for the Obsidian. As you can see, knock out the Mew, knock out the Archaludon on the bench, put damage on this Archaludon. So from here, I do beat him a bit, I just want to Fez and see. So we end up with a stadium there, so we can really just pile on damage if I wanted to. We don't. So we swing for the 220 and a knockout. That's how this deck works. It is madness how well it just goes. How this deck performs is absolute madness. I absolutely love it. It's crazy. Having the turn 1 donk potential is crazy as well. The numbers it hits is great. Plus you can play around Fez by doing a little bit of maths and working out poison damage. Was also really cool. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, and let me know what other decks you want to see. But for now, I'll catch all you fine as beautiful people later. Peace out, guys. Bye.